As usual, please excuse any background noise. So I just want to reel this in a little bit. Like, bring it back down to earth. When I say this, I mean, my intentions ever since I understood what was going on has always been to let this expand to the point that there's just no question that there is something very, very wrong going on here. I think I've done that it's expanded as far as it could go. Surely it could go more, but let's not be I'm not a pig, I'm not a glutton. Although it may seem that way. At least for the punishment, right? But easy to do when you're raised by my family, by the way. Very easy to do. Yay. Sorry for the background noise. But let's just reel this in real quick. It's just absolutely ridiculous, right? At least it is to me. Hysterical comments, hysterical influences, hysterical false narrative, blowing people up into calling me and my dog the devil, and saying that I'm fucking my dog. I'm sorry for some of this crude language, but there's no other way to put it. Yeah, you're fucking your dog. These people are very, very lucky that I'm in the position that I'm in, and that I didn't just smack them upside their face with my fist, because you don't say that to another human being. What the fuck, man? Sorry for the cursing, but we're gonna have to let this go a little bit. So, the hysterical stories and the false narrative and how it's being built up in people's gossiping minds, and I guess people are so bored, they have so much money, so much stuff going on, that they're just so bored that they can be busy being influenced by these individuals and running off and making up stories and exaggerating upon them. But what I'd like to say is, why don't we just reel that back in and just get down to the basics? And even, to be honest with you, as hysterical and as crazy as the false narrative is, the truth is actually a much more complex and really a better story. I mean, if you wanted to some of these people have become zealots. They've become obsessed. If you wanted to become obsessed and become a zealot, you should actually hear the real story. And the real story is about a group of ex-girlfriends and a friend along with that group, all Taiwanese, with very, very powerful backgrounds, extremely powerful. That's one group. The other group, my family, not very powerful, but they know powerful people, and like I told you about my mother, she's convinced if she smiles and tells you something, then they'll believe it as the truth. If you hear some of my old stories, you'll understand what I'm talking about. And then the third party would be the Santa Cruz cartel, surfer culture, marijuana culture, not wanting to allow people to come into their area to do legitimate business. And then there's this fourth element, which is law enforcement. But the thing is, law enforcement, that's kind of intertwined, right? That's connected with Carmen. That's connected with my dad. And it's even connected with these cartel people, because these are old-time growers in the area, which means they have cousins and nephews and nieces and grandpas and uncles that are also within law enforcement and the fire department. So you've got these four elements all ganging up on basically a newcomer to the area and his dog. They're all mad because I had sex with Carmen, because everybody wants to fuck Carmen, because she's a big... Never mind. She's Carmen. Sophie, who thinks she's the hottest thing in all the world. If you ever met Sophie and understand who Sophie is, she's probably had 4 boyfriends in her whole life. My my family, my dad is a narcissist that has no self-esteem, and my mother's a pure sociopath. Surf culture and the gangsters out there, which I was not trying to do any business with them, but I mean, at the same time, they're going to be up in my business no matter what, because they run, or at least they used to run, and they probably still do to some degree. They run the marijuana business through there. That was not my business. My business was with medical marijuana, was with people suffering like I was suffering, and even suffered worse. But anyway, and it was a burgeoning, growing business, and if I did not have the interruptions that I had, if I did not have the intrusions that I had, well, I can guarantee you that Trey and I would not be sleeping in a tent underneath this fucking bridge. Our intentions were always good. My intentions, which I told my mother, was to get this off the ground so that I can volunteer, help with kids, and work with kids, and anybody really within the area, to keep them off the streets and to improve the community. That was my intention. Nothing beyond that. But when you're desperate and they're destroying your business and it's all that you have, well, I'm a hard-working American. I'm going to do everything I can to save everything I got. There were some mistakes made, but in general, it was this 4 groups working against me. Just me. Nothing else. Just me and my dog. That's it. Unfucking believable. You want to hear a really good story, then you want to know the truth. Because the truth blows this fucking stupid, fucking nasty, disgusting narrative out of the water. It's fucking movie material. I'm going to call Oliver Stone, because he definitely would love to put this fucking on screen. Especially highlighting these stupid fucking, these law enforcement that are obviously corrupt and worthless. Absolutely fucking worthless. Fucking worthless. I can't wait to tell the judge what these stupid fucks were up to. Fucking worthless. That's all I gotta say right now. I know it's a Sunday, so I'm gonna go pray to God and have him ask him to forgive me for fucking cursing all the fucking goddamn time in this motherfucking post. But if you want to hear a good story, then you want to hear the truth. I'm the only one who knows that, because between the 4 groups, they're fucking lying to each other, getting each other to do shit. I'm the only one who knows exactly what was happening, because I was the one being focused upon. Please have a nice Sunday. Try not to curse as much as I did, but if you need to, do what you need to do. Thank you so much for listening. Have a nice evening.